it's Kat Bambini, Peace Point Productions. Today we're going to talk about what makes narcissists angry. This one makes me laugh. If you've been with a narcissist or you've had one in your life, then you understand that everything can make a narcissist angry, but mostly what makes them angry is when you don't do what they want. They really hadn't planned for that. When a narcissist spots you out and does their quiz to find out what you're about, what your childhood trauma was, anything that can help them to find information they can use against you later to manipulate you and keep you in the relationship and have you feeling like you're sick and you need to be with them. If you're not doing what they want you to do, then you're not following the plan. And the plan started before you even got together with them. They noticed you were a high achiever, they noticed that you were good at a lot of things, they noticed you were an empath, or you were sensitive, or you were sweet, that you care about people, that you are one of the go-getters at work, and they came alongside you and they cozied up and they asked questions and they became your friend, and now you're dating and now you're realizing they're a narcissist. So you don't want to make them angry, and you're really wondering, how do I stop making them angry? Well, first I would recommend getting the book Why Does He Do That by Lundy if you have an angry man you're dealing with. If you're dealing with an angry woman, you can look up Wounded Empathetic Thoughts. He has a podcast. He talks about female narcissists. You can also find him on Instagram, Wounded Empathetic Thoughts. It's one word. That's a good start. And then there's also, a couple folks here on YouTube, if you look around, that talk about female narcissists. But basically anything is going to make them angry. They don't like it when you say no, unless it's to boost their ego. If you're boosting their ego, they like no. You don't think I'm too cocky, do you? Oh no, they would love that, right? Because you're codependent. You're making it easier for them. You're kind of letting them get away with what they're doing, right? Don't admit that, do you? Well, it's true a lot of times. You are helping them. You're helping them to be a dick. But it doesn't matter, because it's not your fault that they're angry. It's not your fault that they get angry at you. And so you really can't do anything about it except for just don't engage. You can do gray rock, which is talk about very neutral things. Don't talk about things that are very, don't talk about politics, don't talk about your clothing, don't talk about anything that's going to make them angry, which is basically don't talk about anything. Maybe even not even the weather. The weather might make them angry. You just don't know. So you just really want to practice not saying much around them. Be very, very quiet. Pretend you're wearing a rubber suit and that everything they say is bouncing off of you, and you don't care. You don't need to react, because what they're depending on is your reaction. They want you to get angry. What makes them angry is when you don't get angry. They want you to get angry. So they have their anger and they're trying to make you have their anger. Just like they store their emotions in you. I made a video about this, how narcissists store their emotions in you. It's a pretty nifty trick where they store their shame, their guilt, their fear, their anger. They store it in you. So they're angry at work, they come home, take it out on you. Now you're angry. Now they get to blame you for being angry. You're a bitch. You're a mean person, you're dangerous, you're an abuser. All the same stuff that you would accuse them of, right? When you finally figure out what's going on. What makes them angry too is when you call them on their shit. They don't like that. They will say, that didn't happen. And if that doesn't work, then they'll get very angry. They'll get angry if they can't gaslight you. They need to be able to gaslight you. So definitely be careful if you have a brain on you and you do not respond well to gaslighting. Just quietly walk away, quietly exit the building, quietly exit the relationship. You don't need to fight with that. You don't need to win. What makes them angry is when you don't fight back. They get really angry, which is why you should probably do no contact and be in an area that they can't access you in. Just be somewhere where they can't contact you or get a hold of you or text you or call you, because they're going to get very angry when you're not responding to all their games and their power plays. I just made a video about this. My last video was narcissists in the power play. You should watch it just to know some of the power plays they do, and then some people may have added their own comments. I don't know. Some people are very shy here. It's okay. But feel free to comment below. What else makes a narcissist angry? What can you remember? What made them angry? For me, it was being happy. I couldn't be too happy or joyful. I couldn't be too ecstatic. I couldn't be too glib, too gleeful, I guess. I couldn't be too silly. I couldn't be too Barbara Streisand or Broadway musical, kind of geeky. Couldn't be too fruity. Couldn't be not putting out. That would make narcissist angry? Couldn't it be not having sex a certain way? Couldn't it be dressing how I wanted? Couldn't it be leaving the house without wearing lip gloss? Definitely. So you keep going, you make the list of what makes them angry, you realize that it's a high cost to your life. It's a high cost factor. So I'm just here to say, man, you can be having a lot better life without this person because they're really causing you a lot of stress and drama. They're always angry. I bet you can think of 20 more things that make them angry. But I'm not going to go on forever. I'm just going to leave out here. So peace out. I'll talk to you tomorrow.